Hello, VC. Roger here. Just going to do a quick update for some vinyl finds I've had recently, and a couple of CDs and one cassette. Went to a garage sale the other day. Had it listed as a huge record collection. And so I was like, okay, we'll see what, that's all relative. What's huge to someone's not huge to someone else. So wasn't sure. I've been to one before that they said huge record collection and they had like 40 records. So you never know. But I went to this one and he probably had 2,000 to 3,000 records. Bunch of records. I got to looking at them though, and he had them laid, stacked flat on the driveway, at the edge of the driveway, in the edge of the dirt. And I was just like, dude, what are you doing? And I couldn't believe he set them the way he did. But he just had stack after stack after stack, edges of them in the dirt. They were pretty roached out stuff, I tell you. And there was some good records in there. If they would have only been in good shape, they were all trashed for 90% of it. I mean, there was groups like Angel, Axe, Judas Priest, Pink Floyd, The Runaways, Moody Blues, Yes, just a bunch, and some 80s groups and stuff that I was just like, really, guy? And he said that he inherited a big chunk of this collection from a friend of his that had what he called the demonic cat. And the guy, I guess, had his records stacked or something, and the cat used them for a scratching post. And the edges they were just destroyed. I tell you, I just wanted to cry. It made me sick nearly. I wanted to pick up so much, but I was like, man, there's no way. And unfortunately, the guy was asking $5 for these just roached out records. He had one stack, the country, he was only asking $1 for. But all the rock and roll stuff, he was asking $5 for. I just couldn't believe it. I did walk away with a few, though. I did select, went through and found some of the better ones. This one, Blondie. What's the name of that one again? Auto American? Yeah. I guess the big ones off of this one are Night in Rapture and The Tide is High. Great record though, and the vinyl was in great shape. It's got a little rough around the edges, but all in all, still turned out to be pretty decent. This one I was surprised was still in the sleeve. Stevie Nicks, Wild at Heart. Another good record. Helped fill that collection, a hole in the collection. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. Glad to finally, for some reason, I've never picked this one up. One reason you don't ever see it in the wild around here. And so when I order stuff online, it's usually stuff that's the groups and stuff that I really diehard more into. And stuff like Tom Petty, I'm not a diehard fan of. I like his stuff, but I'm just not a diehard fan. And so I'll wait till I find it in the wild. And finally found this one. Good shape. You can see this is kind of what I was talking about. You can see that corner. It was like that, but the whole sides of the records were like that from where this cat had attacked them. Another one I was glad to get. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Does have the ring wear, but the record's in great shape. So glad to pick that one up. And speaking of Joan Jett, and I mentioned this one a while ago, the Runaways. I was glad to find this one in good shape. And the only problem was this little spot right here. It looks like a sticker was on it or something that got ripped off. But back cover. This one's in good shape. The other one they had split all the way around. It was just, oh man, made me sick. I wanted to get it, but I just couldn't make myself pay $5 for one that was so destroyed. Another one. Glad didn't have this one in the collection. Glad to fill the hole. Sticks. Kilroy was here. Little gatefold there. There again, records in great shape. If you notice, these actually have some pretty decent gloss on them. Still pretty good shape, but boy, he let that cat destroy them. This next one is a VCLT I got, and I don't know why I didn't open this live, but I didn't. But I got this from Luke Skyham. He mentioned that he had an extra one of these. I think he picked up if I remember right, a upgrade copy, and this gave him 2 copies. And he asked if anybody wanted it or if I was interested in it, because I made some comment about Warren Zevon, and I said sure, I'd love to have it. And then I kind of forgot about it, and then he went ahead and sent it to me. And thanks, Luke. I appreciate that very much. Today I went to an estate sale, hoping to pick up something. In the picture they showed online, there was some pictures of some Elvis records. Who was it? There was somebody else. Chuck Berry records and Ricky Nelson, I think is the other one, that I could tell who they were from the picture online. And I thought, well, I need to go check this out. Sometimes if you're the first ones there, early ones there, you can get in and get some of these higher dollar records, the Elvis records. Around here, usually if it says Elvis on it, they're going, $20, $10, whatever. Even for a low grade, low end, multiple pressing record. But got there, didn't have any Elvis. The only thing they had was 145, and they were asking $12, I think, for it. Or if they had 2 of them, they were asking $12 a piece. And the other thing I saw that I was kind of interested in, they had a can to carry the 45 records in. Well, the only way she was selling the can, she was selling 80 45s inside of it for $1 a piece. So $80, and then she'd throw the can in for free. She wouldn't just sell the can. And she didn't have 80 records that I was interested in. But I did pick up 4. First, early copy Waylon Jennings, Just to Satisfy You. Didn't have this one. I don't even think I've ever seen this one before. But glad to pick this one up. Always glad to add a little Waylon to the record collection. Bobby Gentry, Fancy. That was the hit song off of here. Fancy. Reba McEntire made a big remake of that. Had a big hit with it. I have one other Bobby Gentry solo record, and then I have a Glenn Campbell and Bobby Gentry together record. So it's pretty good stuff. Patsy Cline. I find good Patsy Clines. I'll grab them. This was in great shape. All corners good and tight. Cover was in good shape. Record's in great shape. Decca label. And then here was the one I was glad to get. This is another one that it did show in the picture, and I didn't figure it would be there by the time I got it. I was the 3rd person in line, and me, a guy in front of me, and a guy behind me were all looking for records. And so we made a beeline once we got through the door and found out where they were at. Everyone was fighting for the records, but Bo Diddley. Glad to pick this one up. On Chess label. And it's in great shape. Glad to pick those up. Anyway, just wanted to show y'all some of the stuff I've picked up lately. Oh, before I forget, I did say I had these. Did pick these up over the last couple of weeks. Dwight Yoakam. Oh, what's the name of this one? This Time. Yeah, This Time. Great CD. Dwight Yoakam's one of those guys, I'd always listen to him on the radio. I kind of like some of his stuff, but I never did purchase any of his stuff. When I found this for $1, I thought, well, I'll throw $1 at it and see how much I like the rest of his music. And I was really impressed with it. I really liked that CD. So glad to pick this one up. As some of y'all may know, I am a big Linda Ronstadt fan, and I have just about everything, all of her studio version that she has on vinyl. One thing I never did was, once the CD craze kicked in and they quit putting the vinyl to them, I never did pick up any of her CDs, you know, there through the 90s and 2000s and stuff. And so I found some of these the other day and went ahead and picked them up. Linda Ronstadt, We Ran. Really good. This kind of has a early 60s, late 50s kind of a vibe to it. Really, really enjoyed that. Kind of surprised me. This one, Feels Like Home. I don't know why they did the sticker, but the sticker kind of messed up, pulled off of it. Need to clean that up. But this is kind of neat because she does a cover of Tom Petty's The Waiting, and also has a cover of Neil Young's After the Gold Rush on here. Both real good songs. So glad to pick those up. And then the one cassette I picked up for 25 cents, Who's Greatest Hits. Glad to pick that up. It was in great shape. So anyway, that's my recent finds. Hope everyone's having a great time. I'm fixing to start a new series up. It's one I've been talking with my wife about doing, and I just kind of procrastinated, and someone else has done one similar to it. And so look for it. I'm going to do another video here, hopefully this evening, so I can get it up online. There's an introduction kind of into this series of what I'm wanting to do. So anyway, stay tuned. Keep them spinning. Y'all have a great time.